How did Olmsted stay so prolific? In Massachusetts alone, his projects were countless, including World's End in Hingham and Wellesley College.
He was exceptionally hardworking. When he was working on a project during the Civil War, he was described by a friend as subsisting only on coffee and pickles. Evidence
of that intensity is found at the Frederick Law Olmsted National Historic Site in Brookline, run by the National Park Service. Here, Olmsted trained his two sons, John Charles and Frederick Jr., to take over the business and keep it going. Until the 1980s, their firm designed nearly 6,000 parks, campuses, and residential green spaces. Supervisory Park Ranger Brianne Cassetta.
They were here for 97 years, continuing to design landscapes all throughout the United States and a few international projects as well.
It's a blueprint. This is 1905.
All these records were meticulously kept, says archivist Anthony Reed.
We have about 139,000, 140,000 of the large landscape design drawings. We think we have about 1 million documents altogether. I think there was even this intellectual property idea that they knew the brick vault they built to store their juice, their gold.
Such as detailed planting plans, including this 1893 plan for the Muddy River in Brookline.
The first number is off the planting list, the type of plant that would go into that area, and then the second number is how many would be planted in that section.
That thought process that to make these places look so natural, it's not a natural process at all.
These archives have been digitized for posterity, so scholars and designers can use them.
If they can just download it directly from our sites, it just makes that access easier and it makes them more egalitarian. They're free. Well, they're not free, they're taxpayer paid, so thank you for that.
How Frederick Law Olmsted developed his talent is a tougher question to answer. He had no formal training in gardening or architecture. He was a late bloomer who grew up in a wealthy Connecticut family.
He doesn't settle into landscape architecture until he's in his 40s, which today isn't so odd, but in the 1800s, that's a little abnormal. He's a farmer, he's a writer, he tries 18 months on a ship to China, he's the president of a gold mine, he's the secretary of the United States Sanitary Commission during the Civil War.
Throughout his life, however, one goal persisted, says Cassetta.
He was always kind of looking for a purpose in life, and he was always looking to somehow make life better.
Today, educators in Boston are trying to improve upon that legacy. Northeastern University professor Ted Landsmark.
Spatial justice is a concept that looks at who has access to parks, how easy it is to get to those parks, and whether the parks serve everyone in the city without regard to race or economic means or physical status.
At nearly 530 acres, Franklin Park is the largest park in the Emerald Necklace. In fact, the biggest park in Boston. Best known for its zoo and public golf course, Franklin Park connects Jamaica Plain, Roxbury, and Dorchester.
It's the jewel of Olmsted's Emerald Necklace, and so we need more, and we've always gotten less. And so now we're finally beginning to get something, so we're trying to improve on that.
Ricky Thompson is president of the Franklin Park Coalition, which advocates for the park and organizes community events.
One night we have open mic.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
You ever get on there?
No. For so many years, this park was neglected. When I got in high school and I started running cross-country track and schoolboy track in the stadium behind us, I realized the park was so much more. You won't even realize you're still in the city of Boston. You think you're out in the country somewhere.
Franklin Park is home to dense woodlands, trails, and stone ruins. Scarborough Pond attracts photographers and walkers. So what are your goals for the park at this point?
We want to improve the Blue Hill Ave entrance. We want to improve the Walnut entrance and also the Glen Road pathway coming into the park. We'd like to make Franklin Park a destination. When you look at the downtown brochures that they give out in the hotels, it kind of stops at Back Bay. We want people to know that Franklin Park is here.
In addition, the park hosts a variety of music festivals. A recent kite festival drew 3,000 people. Making good use of parks is the Olmsted way, says Professor Landsmark.
He learned from people of color, and he designed for multiple cultures, multiple ages, so that they could come together and understand each other greater.
And appreciate this vast, evergreen accomplishment.
Olmsted was the kind of designer who was able to see into the future and to imagine how we, in the year 2022, might use a park that he designed more than a century and a half before.
Incredible. His story really needs to be made into a movie. I mean, Olmsted had an unusual career path. He married his brother's widow. He basically forced his sons into the family business, and he was known for his powerful charm.
Some historians think he may have been bipolar as well. And if you can't wait for a movie to be made, track down Jerry Wright. He's an Olmsted reenactor. He's great. He performs all over New England.